Ladies and gentlemen, Barry C here with another cryptocurrency video, and stay strong, each and every one of you. XRP is going to bounce back and bounce back hard. We have 2 months at least remaining to see how an alt season plays out, and you're going to see a lot of negativity. You're going to see a lot of FUD, especially with the recent Bybit hack, where hackers stole $1.4 billion worth of Ethereum, and the market is obviously crashing because of that. And then people are saying things like, well, see, alt season cancelled, XRP's done, not going to happen. And here's the thing as well, ladies and gents, I'm going to talk about things in this video that you've probably heard before. And it's funny because every video, there's always people who say, Barry, you keep saying the same thing. And my answer to that is always the same thing, which is if people keep making the same mistakes, I'll continue to make the same content, because the whole idea behind this content is to inform, do my best to entertain, and to share my perspective. If you've been through 2 bull runs, then you see the mistakes that people make. You see the way the market moves. You see the sentiment after every bull run. And the majority of people I've seen that get to the end of a bull run and go, well, it didn't play out the way they wanted, or they didn't make the decisions that they wanted, or they hadn't spent the bear markets accumulating the way they wanted, especially when it comes to XRP. Because if you look at it, like 2017, when XRP was 1 cent or under 1 cent, the majority of people didn't touch it because everyone was saying, well, it's a banker's coin, don't touch it. That was the FUD. And of course, 2018 rolls around and it goes to $3 plus. And then suddenly everybody wants it. And everybody looks back at 2017 and they go, wow, that was really lucky. People who got in so cheaply. And the same thing's happening right now. You have amazing opportunities to get XRP really quite cheaply in the scheme of things. Like if you think about the height of an alt season, or you think about the height of a utility run, XRP could be anywhere from $10 to $20 in an alt season, or $100 to $1,000, maybe more in a utility run. And you look at XRP below $3 a coin, that is what we're going to be, like people say that's lucky. When you're at $100 XRP and you're looking back on days like today and you see that Bybit was hacked and the whole market kind of tanked for a bit and you've got an opportunity to buy XRP below $3, that's an opportunity. That's pretty amazing. And of course, ladies and gents, not financial advice. But the most important thing is you're not just going to see this type of negativity and these type of comments about the alt season being over, but also be very aware you're going to see influencers. And I'm already seeing them as of today. They're going to start talking about this idea of, well, I'm done, I'm out, I've sold everything. And of course, these are people who have massive followings, people who trust them, who follow them, and then now they're talking about selling their XRP or selling their crypto, and people panic. And that's, honestly, I think it's a really atrocious thing. I think it's really terrible. And if people are willing to follow you as a content creator, and they're willing to give you their time and their attention, then you need to respect that. Because especially when it comes to something as sensitive as where the crypto market is right now, people are worried, people are panicked, and they're going to look to the voices of the people they trust. And so when I see people acting this way, it inspires me then to make my content. And that's why I check in with each and every one of you daily with my videos, talking about XRP, talking about where the market's going. And honestly, I wish this was the type of content I had in 2017 and 2016. Especially 2016 when I first got in, but even in 2017 when the market started really taking off. And there wasn't really much in the way of content, let alone someone checking in daily and saying, this is where I think it's going, especially with XRP. Because back then, even the so-called top of the tier experts were against XRP because it was against what crypto was meant to stand for, which was something entirely different than the current financial framework, where you had Ripple and XRP saying, well, no, we want to tick all those boxes so we can actually be adopted in the financial system and be used by banks around the world. What a crazy concept, right? And the thing is as well is that, for those of you who think, well, the message is very similar, I make these videos because I keep seeing people with the same mistakes they're making, with the same worries, with the same fears. And these are all valid because I've been through that process as well when I first started. It's a really tough thing to navigate. And it helps when you have somebody who's been in crypto since 2016, who's been through 2 bull runs, who can hopefully shed some light and a perspective on where we are and where things are going. And it's also tough being with XRP as a crypto, because XRP is quite easily the number one hated crypto that exists. Like, I've never seen this level of FUD and negativity leveled against any other crypto the way I see it leveled against XRP. And look, most importantly, and this is something that I try to keep in mind, and it's something I've had to learn the hard way, which is the most important thing is that as an individual investor, I have to be completely accountable to myself. It doesn't matter what anyone says on a positive side or a negative side. At the end of the day, the decisions that I make are the ones that matter. And I have to be accountable, whether it's good or bad. And that's what I mean in my other videos when I talk about, the decisions that we make right now could pay off short-term, mid-term, and long-term, but also having a plan, having a conservative plan and a crazy plan. Because what you're seeing now is a lot of people having these panicked reactions because they don't have a plan in place. Because people are looking at the fact that, well, the alt season hasn't happened as quickly as they thought it would. And instead of having a realistic plan, which is, well, typically the alt season kicks in and then ends by end of April, let's say even first week of May. I would have said end of March, end of April, but let's say first week of May. That means we still have at least 2 months to go to see how it all plays out, to see where XRP goes, whether it's $5, $10, $20, $100, maybe even more. And that's just in the alt season. We're not even talking about a utility run. But having a plan and saying to yourself, okay, and just backtracking slightly, this is why people got so frustrated and annoyed at me back in November when I took some profit. Because most people in the XRP community were like, well, why would you sell your XRP now? Because it'll go to $100 and then you'll be sorry. I'm like, well, no, I saw an opportunity. I built a bag specifically designed for short-term profit taking. And now when everyone else is panicking, I can sit back on those profits and I feel cushioned and I feel comfortable, and I'm not panicking because I can make decisions clearly because I have that cushion, because I've learned from other bull runs and other bear market cycles in the past, where I've learned that having a little bit of profit in the back pocket can make these type of days and these type of scenarios where the market is dipping or XRP is trading sideways, it makes it a lot more manageable. And it's interesting, people get so married to prices. And this is one of the things I talk about in my Patreon group a lot with my VIPs, is this idea of having these multiple take profit strategies and having that short-term, mid-term, long-term price points, so that while other people are filled with regret or they're panic selling or panic buying, or they get to the end of a bull run and go, oh, I wish I'd done things differently, you're in a better position because you have a plan. And once again, this is what we saw happen in November of 2024. The amount of people in my comment sections leading up until November who were saying, oh, you're saying the same thing. You keep saying the price is going to skyrocket. It's going to happen soon. And in November, it did. XRP went from 50 cents to over $2.60, $2.70 a coin. And suddenly people were scrambling going, oh, I wish I'd bought more XRP. I didn't know it was going to happen that quickly. And suddenly they're now paying, instead of 50 cents, they're now paying $1. Or instead of 50 cents, they're paying $2 or $2.60. They're paying so much more for XRP. And the exact same problem is going to happen this time around as well. When the alt season kicks in and XRP starts skyrocketing up to $10, $20, maybe even $100 or more, people are going to look back and go, so you're telling me I could have learned from my mistake in November. I could have bought XRP below $3 a coin, but I made the exact same mistake again, and now I'm going to pay 10 times, 50 times, 100 times more. And this is why I make the content. Because you're absolutely going to see people at the end of this alt season who are going to look back and go, oh, I wish I bought more XRP, or I wish I'd bought XRP in the first place. And this can be applied to other cryptos as well. Depends whatever ecosystem you're in. There's always these opportunities we have to accumulate. And this is not financial advice, but we have to take days like today or these sort of time periods where the market isn't going as high as we want, but we're seeing the market either dip or trade sideways. But once again, it's an opportunity to either grow our existing bags Or maybe you make that decision to finally start accumulating. And like I said, not financial advice. These are the mistakes I've seen made bull run after bull run. And they happen the exact same way. And we see the exact same thing on social media, on Twitter back then, but X now, where you see the content creators making all these negative engagement farming posts about selling everything. Then you see the same people coming out saying XRP's dead, alt season's not going to happen, you've all been played. And then the market starts skyrocketing. And of course, XRP is going to lead the way again. And then people are going to get to the height of the bull run and go, oh, I wish I'd done things differently. And that's why I'm also making the video right now. Because there's no point me making this video at the height of an alt season or at the end of an alt season saying, see, if only you did this, you could be as awesome as I am. Like, that doesn't help anyone after the fact. What helps people is right now. And that's why I make the daily videos, because I can share with you, each and every one of you, how I've seen the bull runs and bear markets play out, how there's a pattern and the similarities in the mistakes that people make, and the regret that people feel and the frustration they feel when they realize they've made that mistake. And now they have to wait another 3.5, 4 years for that bull run to come around again. And then hopefully they spent that 3.5 years learning, growing, and evolving. And ladies and gents, one of the final things I'll leave you with is, and this is something that I ask myself, because this is what helps me inform my decisions as I'm entering into a bull run and while I'm in the middle of a bull run. And here's the thing, ladies and gents, ask yourself first and foremost, do you have a plan? Is there a plan that's crazy? Is there a plan that's conservative? Is there a short-term, mid-term, long-term plan? Have you looked at all these things? And then once that plan's in place, ask yourself, if XRP went to $50 tomorrow, and I haven't used $100 or $1,000, because if XRP hit $100 or $1,000, I would argue that most people who hold XRP and crypto, but let's say XRP, and if it was a smaller bag, you could still do exceptionally well with $100 or $1,000 XRP. But $50 is kind of in that price bracket where it's enough to make a difference. So if you have a massive bag, you'll do extremely well. If you have a small bag, you'll still do well, but there's that room for improvement and growth. And so ask that question, and I would ask that question myself, which is, if XRP went to $50 tomorrow, do I have a big enough XRP bag that I can make a difference in my life, in my family's life, in my loved ones' lives? And if the answer to that is no, I could be doing more, or I could grow more, then that's the mindset I would be carrying into these type of days, weeks, months where the market's not performing well, and I'd be focusing on building and growing. So that when the bull market and alt season kicks in and that second leg up happens, you're in the best position possible to actually make a difference for yourself and for your life, of your loved ones. And I understand, ladies and gents, buying the dip and then buying the dip and then buying other dips and keeping on buying dips, that's really costly. And that can be really frustrating. And not everybody has those resources, but it could be something as simple as $5 here, $10 there. And if you can't buy those dips, then hold. Stubbornly hold, have the fortitude, have that persistence and that perseverance to keep on going. Because when things start getting crazy, as I said, you'll be in the best position possible to make some life-changing choices. And ladies and gents, as always, none of this is financial advice. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're curious about the other cryptos I hold outside of XRP, consider becoming a patron. Click the link in the description below, head across to my Patreon page, and consider becoming a Barry C VIP. There you have access to all my cryptos, as well as my buy, sell, and take profit signals in real time.